Dear viewers, welcome to Interview with Stephen and Hwee. On today's show, we'll be saturate around the role of the press during and after 2023 general election. And my guest is Dr. Maria Agbenu Onyilo. She is a senior lecturer in the Department of Mass Communication, Benue State University, Makadi. She specializes in environment, media, public relations, and advertising. She joins me online from Makadi, the capital of Benue State. Dr. Maria, welcome to Interview with Stephen and Hein. It's a pleasure to have you on the show.
Thank you so much.
Nigerians will go to polls. Nigerians will go to polls come February 25th, 2023. What should be the role of the press during this electoral process?
Well, the function or the responsibility of the media to the electoral process in the country is paramount, in the sense that the media is like it holds the key, and in doing that, the media is sensitized. Like Laswell already noted, that the function of the media is that of surveillance, correlation, and socialization. So in the process of election, the media to a large extent are supposed to provide unbiased information to the electorate. They should not side with any political party, and in doing that, they should ensure that they provide a healthy platform for political parties to canvass and also communicate their manifestos to the people. And then, if I really want to do that, they should be fair, accurate, and balanced in their reportage of political news or political or electoral processes. Because being fair, it shows that they provide a level playground for all aspirants to strive to ensure that the electoral process is successful in 2023.
Okay, now to what extent can government and people assist the press, playing its role in terms of ensuring credible, free, and fair election?
Well, if I may say little thing about that, I would suggest that it's supposed to be a dual responsibility. It is a dual responsibility because the government is supposed to provide the enabling environment for all her citizens to exercise their franchise. Go to the pool, you vote. And then the government is not supposed to dabble into politics, but ensure that they give a healthy playground where the press could have access, timely access to information that will help the process. In so doing, one, the government is to ensure they maintain law and order, and also to ensure internal security of their citizens. On the other hand, the public, they have a big role to play too. As a volunteer, as sources of information, as people, the citizens that will be there to canvass their votes, they should ensure that their franchise, the right to vote is not hampered. First of all, I would like to say you have to be punctual to your bullying unit, be familiar with the terrain, because now the INEC came up with restructuring. What I mean restructuring is that they have created small polling units to enhance the process. So you know your polling unit, and then ensure that you are there on time and partake early in the accreditation process. What do I mean the accreditation process? Know your responsibility as you get there with your PVC card. Ensure you are captured on the BVAS system. And when you are captured on the beaver step for your vote to count, there should be a flicker of that green light to show that actually you have been captured in the process. So that the time and the energy you will be waiting to cast your vote will not be in vain. And then there's another thing I want to add, that as we go to the polls, as the electorate go to the polls, know that it will not mingle a lot. What I mean mingling is that know that you are there to just cast your vote. And as you cast your vote, ensure that you take to the end to ensure that nobody intimidates you and nobody takes your right from you. And you ensure that together you count the vote before it is handed over.
Politicians seems to talk more to the press than among themselves. Can you authoritatively and unequivocally say that such interaction had shaped the overall cognitive understanding of the politicians about politics, because it seems the concept of politics has been interpreted erroneously, has been misconstrued by politicians.
Well, I don't want to go by that assumption. Do you know why? I don't want to go by that assumption because I want to express my opinion here that politicians, they speak to themselves and also speak with the electorate that are advancing for their cause. It seems that, but as they do it, they carry the media along. And so they want to showcase the media. And so it seems as if it is only the media that they carry along. No, the media acts as a mirror through which the electorate are supposed to see their leader or the, the political parties and also to understand their manifesto. But it is just a gimmick to me, and it's just a way to mislead the media that they don't talk amongst themselves. They do that a lot. And that is why after every political campaign, you see electorates fighting over themselves, fighting themselves just to canvass votes and to gain support for a particular political party. So to me, they talk to themselves, they talk among themselves, but they use it as a skill. That is what I have to say on that.
Ideally, the press is supposed to remain. Yeah, ideally, the press is supposed to remain neutral and above all political affiliation while reporting the election activities. Very regrettably, it seems to be some sort of cracks in the wall. Most, media houses, so to speak, have been identified with articulation of partisan content. What impact can such disposition have on democracy?
If there's anything to go by like that, it shows that it will have a negative impact on our democracy. Ideally, the press is supposed to be neutral. They are supposed to be neutral to all issues as presented. But if they dabble into things that will hamper the constitutional right, because they are supposed to uphold the constitutional right of the democratic process. And so they are not supposed to hamper it in any way to involve in partisan politics. But one thing I would like to say is that when you talk about democracy too, democracy is, as we already know, normal definition is government for the people, by the people and all
For
that.
the people, yeah.
You know that the people also have a role, yes, a role to play in that. And therefore, in a situation like that, the government, the press is supposed to uphold and prevail to ensure that the rule of the law stands. And what is the rule of the law? Be fair to all parties. Ensure the tenets of democracy, which gives the opportunity to everybody to say something when they say something for the well-being of the generality of the people. So I will note here that, of course, politics is not for the press. Are you getting what I'm saying?
Yes.
It is not for the press. We are asked to watch and to relay what can say in political process and not to be part of it at all.
Okay. So, what should the press, do in order to rectify that anomaly?
In order to rectify the anomaly, you have to give a level playground, and you have to take your function, your constitutional function, quickly. You know, the major functions of the press is information. Are you getting it?
Yes.
Information, the surveillance, the correlation. So how do you play this? You play this because anything, the pen, acting as the watchdog of the society, gives you the edge to write. But as you write, let there be a constructive criticism. Remove yourself out of it. That is why we say you must be objective. You are not supposed to side with. You must be objective. Pull yourself out of it and let the citizens take the lead. So you should not involve yourself in partisan politics. And also, if you have to remove yourself and be neutral, ensure you look for alternative sources of funding. Because during electoral process, most media organizations, they have to set their bill. Take, for instance, PVC, I think for 30 seconds commercial now it's about 10 million. Yeah. So it should be like that. The only way to guide against neutrality so that nobody and no party will also buy your to buy your right is to ensure that it set a benchmark. And what is the benchmark? The people are paramount. That is what it is. And whatsoever will incite the people, you should guide against. And the interest of the people to count in all your constitutional responsibilities.
Okay, now I want us to preempt, the role of the press after the general elections. Okay, I want us to preempt the role of the press after the 2023 general election. The question I'm going to put you these days: what should the press do differently after the 2023 general elections in order to restore and strengthen ideal democracy?
Well, they have a lot to do. Aside the watchdog function to allow information to pass, to ensure that the acts are checked on government and to bring government accountable when they deviate from their manifesto. And in so doing, they should respect the code of conduct. Being there as the act does not give them the privilege to indulge in fake news. Give us timely corrective what will build the nation. And also if you respect their sources, of course, sources of information, respect your sources, ensure confidentiality of your sources. Not only that, provide editorial independence. What do I mean editorial independence? After election, there are so many issues to cover, so many topical burning issues that will be on the minds of the electorate, and it has to be solved. People will want to talk about it so that at least there will be a conclusion. So you ensure that you provide editorial independence. Editorial independence that will propagate nationalism. That is what you have to do. And above all, ensure media plurality. What do I mean media plurality? Where you have divergent view, opinion, discussion, dialogue that will look at the flaw that came out of the electoral process and how to better handle it.
So, okay, now, do you think it's an exaggeration to say that democracy is impossible without the press?
Not at all. For democracy, to me, cannot be possible without the press. The press plays key role. The press plays key role in the democratic process. Remember, the press serves as a check on government and government policy. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Hello?
I can hear you loud and clear.
Okay, they serve as checks on government, and as such, the press are the mouthpiece of the government and the rule. It is a dual responsibility. And in a democratic process, it takes two to using the press. So I will say that the press is the wheel that propels democratic process, democratic governance, and democratic ideas and ideologies in the society.
Now,
It's very stable too.
what
Democratic process.
what advice do you have for Nigerians as the country prepares for election less than 48 hours away?
Yes, well, I think we have all obtained our PVC. That's the first question I would intend to ask. If we all have our PVC, I will advise that we go out in our large numbers and exercise our franchise. We should shun violence. And then when you shun violence, avoid anything that will fight people. Compose yourself, cast your vote. Shun money what it is. But I thank God now with the cashless society, there's no money to go out. So there will be no money for anybody. And as you cast your vote, ensure that you vote wisely with your index finger within the box so that your vote will count. And when you are done, ensure that you vote for the credible candidate that can turn around the bottom of Nigeria. Because this time, 2022, we want to get it right. And how do we get it right? We, the electorate, you are to do the right thing.
Doctor.
You know, you can see the handwriting. Yes. Let us do the right thing. And the right thing is for us to vote. And then, tonight, on timely news from that media, not the social media.
Dr. Mary, thanks for joining me on Interview with Stephen Ahwin. I must say thank you for being on Interview with Stephen Ahwin.
It's a pleasure.
From me to
I'm humbled to be on your.
It's nice to know. It's nice to know, man.